Welcome back to the channel. How's everyone doing today? Today we're making delicious steak and queso rice. It's a 4th of July special. Happy 4th of July. I hope you guys are having a great holiday. Don't forget to be safe out there. Go to cookouts, enjoy time with the family. That's one thing I love about food. It brings everyone together. And guys, when you bring a good dish and everyone's asking you for that recipe, that's exactly what you want. So guys, I hope you guys have went ahead and looked at some of the videos that I've had. I have so many good side dishes for any parties, any events, and it's just one of those things. You bring it over and everyone's asking you for the recipe, you just send them the video, or you just tell them, you lie to them and you say, listen, this is from scratch. I made this. And I won't even take credit for it, guys. You guys can just go ahead and give them the recipe and act like it was yours. Stick with me and let's make this together. We're gonna get started on this rice. Turn that burner up to get a nice boil on it. Gonna throw in 1 cup of chicken broth, as well as 1 cup of rice. You could also just use water, but just always make sure you're using 1 cup of liquid to 1 cup of rice. So I'm using chicken broth in there. It's gonna add some more flavor. The goal here on rice, always get it on a boil, go ahead, drop it down, put the lid on it, don't touch it. We're gonna let that happen and then we're gonna season it up a little bit and be done with it. This rice, all the liquid is done. So this is definitely done. We're gonna turn this off the burner. And we're gonna throw in some of our seasoning now. Let's move this back. Just simply gonna go in there with a teaspoon of garlic powder and just a little bit of olive oil to moisten that up in there, maybe a teaspoon. And then we're just gonna mix that up. Keep her moving. And then, like I said, just gonna throw the lid on it, throw it on the back burner while we start cooking up this steak. The rice ain't the star of the show anyways, I promise. I know our stainless steel pan that's preheated, very important. People think stainless is not non-stick. Well, it is non-stick. If you just go ahead and heat it right, preheat it, throw the olive oil on there. So we got that nice and hot. And the olive oil is on there, which is very important. And now we're gonna go ahead and throw on our sirloin steaks. Nothing fancy. You guys can use flank, you guys can use ribeye, you guys can do whatever you want, get as fancy as you want. We're throwing on our sirloin steaks. And you can cook these on the grill if you want. We're cooking them inside today. And we're gonna let these cook up about 3 to 5 minutes each side. However you wanna cook them. You can cook them medium, cook them well done. However you like your steak, cook it up. I like mine at medium, so we're gonna go ahead and temp these up after we flip them over. Give them about 3 minutes. Temp them up. We want them at 135 because they're gonna raise temp about 5 to 10 degrees after we pull them off. We are gonna go ahead with our seasoning. We have 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, along with about a ½ teaspoon of salt and pepper. I'm beginning to flip these over. It's got a nice crust on it. Stainless steel always gives a real nice crust. I just started cooking with stainless, and it's been a good experience so far. Season up this side. And we're just gonna let this finish up, and then we'll begin our queso. All right guys, at this point, steak's done, temped it up, looking nice and beautiful. But now we got this nice pan with just all that flavor down there. I know it doesn't look like much, but now we're gonna start to begin our queso. We're gonna go down with our ½ cup of milk. And we're gonna just begin to scrape that fond, deglaze the pan, get that beautiful flavor in with this milk. And it's gonna start to bubble up, which is what you want. You want it to start to thicken up a little bit. We're gonna go in there with a ½ teaspoon of ground cumin. We're gonna get the whisk out, start whisking that together. Just realized I missed a step. We're supposed to melt in 2 tablespoons of butter, but that's okay, it'll melt up. We're gonna let that melt in there. Sauce is getting nice and rich. And we're gonna begin to add our cheese here in a second. And now we're gonna go in there with 2 garlic cloves, minced up. Also, probably should have done this when I did the butter. So if you guys, I'm hoping you guys are gonna do it for yourself. Definitely do the butter along with the garlic. Let that get fragrant for a few minutes and then go ahead and add the milk. But it's all right. We'll give the garlic a couple minutes in there. This milk's really condensing. It smells amazing. Last step before we add the cheese, we're gonna go in there with 1 teaspoon of chili powder. And we're just gonna whisk that up one last time. And it's getting really thick, but there's not much liquid left in there. So now we're gonna go in there with this cheese. Got 2 cups of mild cheddar. We're gonna whisk that in. It's gonna melt real quick. Almost looks like chocolate or gravy. So we got 2 cups of mild cheddar in there into our brownie batter. I'm only kidding, guys. That's what it looks like though. And now we're gonna throw 1 cup of Monterey Jack. And yes, I did shred all this cheese myself. It's not that hard, but I could see if you just had it in the fridge already, pre-shredded. It's not gonna melt as well, but it will melt. It'll get the job done. And we're just gonna continue to whisk until we have a nice cheesy mixture here. And I honestly might go ahead and throw a little bit more milk in there. Since we waited so long, it's really become super thick. So just gonna throw a little bit more milk in there. And we'll give it a few minutes. Milk will thin out and make this cheese not so thick. There we go. That looks delicious. All right, guys, that is done. Absolutely delicious queso. Let's give it a try. It's time to see how we did on our sirloins. Did well. Looks about medium to me. Absolutely perfect. And these steaks are, you know, they're not an expensive steak, that's for sure, but they do have great flavor, especially if you're not someone who gets steak often. I mean, it's gonna, or just can't really afford it. It's gonna definitely fill that want of steak. You know, it's like I said, it's not a luxurious cut, but it's great for Phillies. It's great for steak meals where like you're not just eating a steak. You know, if you're eating a steak, you're gonna want a ribeye, you're gonna want a fillet, something, the star of the show. But this, you know, this is a very important component of the show, is what this is. All right, guys, it's all done. Super excited to try it. Look how delicious that looks. Oh my goodness. And that steak is cooked perfectly. And man, that queso really thickens up quick, guys. So better eat it while it's fresh. Otherwise, it's gonna be super pasty. Let's try it out. That's delicious. Wow, guys, that was absolutely delicious. So much flavor from that cheesy queso, whatever you want to call it. To me, guys, that wasn't much of a queso. That was like a cheese dip, cheese sauce, but it had so much good flavor, and especially you can taste that sharp cheddar, Monterey Jack, that garlic flavor, and that steak was cooked to perfection. And the rice is nothing more than a vessel, nothing more than a piece of bread to your sandwich. It just adds some nice substance to the dish. But guys, this is a great dish. I hope you guys get to try it out for yourself. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out some other videos. Have a great 4th of July, and I'll see you in the next one.